You probably clicked on this video because you wanted to learn how to fix your sleep schedule. Unfortunately, this is a problem that a lot of us young guys have to face because we are always on things like social media, having a lot of screen time, watching Netflix and YouTube videos. So I'm gonna just give you guys the best advice that I can give you because recently I fixed my sleep schedule. It's actually been pretty nice. I feel like I look a little bit better. I feel a little bit better. I perform well in the gym. You know, my brain works a lot healthier. All this type of stuff. So I'm gonna just give you guys the best advice that I can. And so we gotta understand why sleep is important. Now you guys have already heard, and I'm pretty much just gonna tell you guys the same advice. It's important because, like I said, it improves your brain functioning. It helps you grow muscle if you're hitting the gym. If you're hitting the gym, you have to be sleeping and getting those hours of sleep because if you don't, then you won't really see that many gains that much. And so on and so forth. And so, what I want to tell you guys is that when it comes to the sleeping thing, it's not something that is gonna be fixed. It's not gonna get fixed easily. You have to think long term with it. And the reason why I know this is because I've been trying to fix my sleep schedule for like the past year. It's literally March, and I've been having the goal to fix my sleep schedule since July and August. So this is something that I've struggled with for a while. And honestly, yeah, things like having you like in probably one of the best pieces of advice or the first piece of advice that I want to tell you is to use a lot less social media. So things like posting less and all this type of stuff because honestly social media is the main thing that keeps us awake. Like we cope with it, we cope with ourselves, and we tell each other we tell ourselves oh, just a little bit more scrolling, just 5 more minutes of scrolling. Oh, let me see who checked my story. Let me see who texted me. Let me see if that one female texted me back. So if you use social media less, and for me, the main thing was just post less. Like I barely even use Snapchat and Instagram. Even TikTok. TikTok was something that really kept me awake because I had a little bit of clout on TikTok. So I would always be checking who was in my comment section, who liked my video, who followed me, and all that stuff. Use less social media because if you use less social media, you won't be worried about this type of stuff. And you'll be able to focus on the other types of things. So think long term and use less social media. And then on top of that, you always, and this is a piece of advice I got from Hamza, and is that what time do you think you can sleep and wake up at for the rest of your life? Now, me personally, I can always go to sleep at 11 and I can always wake up at 7. So figure out what that is. If you have school, maybe you might want to adjust it to match that. Or if you have anything like that, if you work early, again, adjust that. But, figure out a time where you can always go to sleep at and a time you could always wake up at. And then create a daily timetable. Create a daily timetable. Creating a daily timetable is probably what has helped me out this past week, especially. I'll even show you guys like my daily timetable, but my daily timetable basically organized my day into knowing exactly what I'm supposed to do at each time and how how it should be done. And so it creates a little nice organized way throughout it gives me like an organized structure throughout the day. So that, because a lot of the times, especially the days that we go to sleep late, our days are kind of unstructured and we don't really know what to do. So everything we do is kind of like a last minute choice. But when you have a daily timetable, when you have everything structured, you kind of have a routine and a way to make sure, it basically makes room for no excuses, and, just take out the, BS tasks, stuff that might not really help you. And also, start simple. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Just make sure, if you got any goals or anything you guys want to get done, you can add it in there. Add it in there. So, at this time you do this time you do that. Something, it's simple. Start off simple because, again, we want to think long term, use that first principle. But also, you can add on to it as time goes on. And this also is like, another thing too is that you also want to change your mindset. And your mindset is very important. Again, you want to have that long-term growth mindset because, truth be told, you're not really going to fix your sleeping schedule tomorrow. You're going to fix it over a period of time, where you're going to be making, decisions and choices, And this is why I tell you guys to get the habit tracker, because if you guys get the habit tracker, it will actually give you a way to track it on time. So if you look at my habit tracker, I'll probably leave a couple of pictures. You'll see that, a couple months ago, the last couple of months, every single time, like the sleep schedule, I wouldn't be able to check that off because I wouldn't be able to go to sleep at time. My sleep was all over the place. But this month, I've been able to turn things around, and now this is the first month where I actually slept well for more days. And so, this is something that I guess, again, it goes with the mindset as well. Doing systems like the habit tracker, instead of having a streak, I went to sleep this many days in a row and this time, this, that, and the third. It's really about building the right systems and having the right mindset again with the growth mindset, and making sure that we're sleeping more often at the right times for the right amount of time, then more time we're doing that more times than we're not, or sleeping late, staying up, late. And also meditation and mindfulness, these are things that I believe are important because when it comes down to decision making and making the choice that's better for the long term, meditation and mindfulness will really help you, because you'll be able to because most of the time when we make the bad decisions is off of our feelings and the way that we feel about it, and short-term feelings, and you don't want to be we don't want to be our feelings. We will be able to distinguish between the way that we feel and be able to choose logically what it is that we should do. So this is my advice. Obviously a lot of it I got from Hamza, but I picked the things that worked for me. If this was kind of a sloppy video, I'm sorry. I'm still bettering my skills for this YouTube thing, But yeah, it's my advice.